because things get glued up and it gets hot and things can break, just like the top bar hive, sorry. Then you have horizontal hives. Horizontal hives are typically all Langstroth compatible. They can be lower on the ground, they can be up on a stand. Most of them are deeps, so they're big frames. I produce a horizontal hive that can take a mini frame, can take a medium frame, can take a deep frame, can be off the ground, can be on the ground. It's decorative, and it's actually cheaper than any other horizontal hive in the market. There's observation type hives, but those aren't typically ones that you're going to have as a long-term hive. Those are more a temporary hive. You can have medium boxes for a Langstroth. You can have deep boxes for a Langstroth. So you get to look around and find what it is. Do you want pine? Do you want cedar? Do you want cypress? Those are all options, and cedar and cypress are going to hold up better than pine. Pine definitely needs to be painted, which is a whole nother task. Dado corner joints are going to eventually fall apart. So you need to have some woodworking skills to be able to keep things together. And in the case of mine, the brackets keep it all together, so you don't have to worry about that.
Quick question here from Diana. Can you mix top bar hives with Langstroth hives? I'm curious about the top bar. I'm more into the pollination and hope for some honey next year.
I've seen people that have put, see, the problem is most top bar hives aren't as long as the Langstroth hives. The Langstroth hives are 20 inches and the top bar hives are less than that. And so you got to figure out how you're going to intermingle them, but you can. What might be a better way to go is a horizontal hive, and I'm going to stand on my soapbox. I would suggest probably the bee sanctuary or the horizontal hive with a smaller frame. It's off the ground. You don't have to worry about having to bend over and lift big things up. You're still harvesting natural comb. There's no plastic in it. It's 100% cedar and no plywoods. It comes pretty much mostly assembled. That's probably the one I would suggest. It's like the top bar, but it's compatible with everything in the industry that you can find anywhere in any store. Whereas top bar hives can vary one to the other. And so one top bar hive might have a different length of a frame than another one, and they're not compatible. So, but I do like the learning background of the top bar. It allows a lot of learning. So does the horizontal hive.
Very nice.
So this is the time of the year that you should be looking for your equipment and deciding what equipment it is that you need. It's also the time of the year that you're going to take old equipment and get it ready for next year. It might be that you have to clean them up, paint them again perhaps, checking to see if there's anything broken down or again repairs. Equipment that was already used normally has frames. If the frames have already drawn wax on it, then if it was harvested, it may still have traces of honey, which during the winter could be an attractant. If you put them in your garage, for example, standard deeps, put them on a piece of wood and then put your boxes and stack them up perfectly, things can't get in because it's sealed all the way to the top. And then you can put a lid on the top. You want those boxes to get frozen. You want them to get really cold. And the reason is because then it kills the wax moth. I've tried in the past to use wax moth balls. It doesn't seem to do anything. So I have also tried taking the boxes and individually putting each set of used boxes in a garbage bag so that if wax moth is in one and not in the other, it only destroys the one. But wax moth can eventually burrow through the plastic. So just stacking it up and putting it in a place where it's going to get cold so that the wax moth and stuff on the frame would die. I see boxes and equipment that or in videos and photos, they can be really in poor shape. Your equipment is a picture window.